Now, a joint force of police and military personnel are reported to have shot and killed 2 young men in Alavanyo, Jogbeje, and injured a couple more people. Information reaching JoyNews indicates the police had gone to Alavanyo to arrest 2 people when some youth opened fire on them. Koja Youngson has been speaking to Volta Region Police Commander DCOP Francis Doku.
Yesterday afternoon, 3 o'clock, based on intelligence that some people were keeping arms in Nkonya, in the Alavanyo area, Operation Men, that is a SWAT team, led by the second in command of the unit, went out to look for illicit arms around the Alavanyo Jogbeje. If you recall, not long ago, we carried out a similar operation and retrieved a locally manufactured pistol. That operation also led to the arrest of 50 maxi bags of Indian hemp. And so when we received the intelligence, we took it very seriously, sent the operations men out to look for further arms. Why? Because the area has been in conflict for a very long time. And oftentimes when the conflict shows up its ugly head, lots of lives are lost. And so we cannot sit on such a sensitive intelligence. Now, when the police got there, I am sure the people had wind that the police were coming around. And so they encircled the police. In the process, there was a scuffle, as a result of which one AK-47 rifle was snatched from the police. In the process, the police officer from whom the rifle was snatched had an injury on the forehead. And so police decided to go back, come back later to retrieve the arm, because in the heat of that confusion, if police wanted to go ahead with a search for the rifle, there were going to be other nasty incidents which may not be pleasant. And so a report was made to the Kwando Divisional Police Headquarters, which oversees the area. And later the military were informed. The military at Operation Ahujo were informed. The military felt that one AK-47 running into civilian hands is very, very insecure. And so they organized a search team, went to see the chief of Alavanyo Jogbeje, so he could call his people to surrender the arm. The chief asked the military to go back, and that this morning at 10, he personally will come with the arm. As the negotiation was going on, the youth switched off electricity supply to their town. And so it was so dark that you could not see anything. And as the military was retreating base, the people started shooting towards the direction of the military. In the process, the military returned fire. And the information we have is that 2 people are dead. 6 have been admitted at the Market Hospital in Pandu. We are arranging this morning to go and pick the dead bodies and bring them to the hospital morgue.
So these 2 were killed by the military?
Hello?
So these 2 were killed by the military?
I told you there was a crossfire. People were shooting from the mountains towards town. The military had to return fire from the direction that the shooting was coming from. And so for now, it is not confirmed whether the 2 dead were fired at by the military or the other group.
So they were caught in the crossfire?
That is it.
Which means they were not suspects, or
they were not targeted.
They are not. They are not suspected of having been involved in the shooting.
No.
Right. But the
military. You know the Alavanyo area that we're talking so well. It's a continuous area. Most times when these incidents happen, people run into the mountain and start shooting from there towards town.
Right. So the military were brought in because the police had lost control of the situation. Is that correct?
We didn't lose control of the situation. We felt that it was appropriate for us to retreat at that time organize and come back to retrieve the AK-47.
So
when the report got to the military,
who sent the report to the military?
Quickly needed to organize and get the AK-47 back to the police.
So who sent the report to the military?
The divisional headquarters in Pandu.
So it was the police that reported it to the military?
Yes, because they have a base right there.
Yeah, so that means the police were unable to deal with the situation. That's why they reported it to the military. No,
but maybe you didn't follow the story. I say when information got to the youth that the police had come there to look for arms, they massed up against the police. We were just about 12. And if you have a community that is made up of over 20,000 people, can the police condemn?
Yes,
will it be appropriate for us to be shooting at everyone?
So you are agreeing with me that the police were unable to handle the situation, therefore they brought in the military. You are agreeing with what I said?
I wouldn't agree to that. We wanted to re-strategize and come back. And we will surely have come back if the military had not moved in.
But can the military move into a civilian area without the permission of the police?
Do they need our permission? Why are they there on operation?
Yes, they do.
They are there on operation.
I'm actually surprised I'm stating this to you.
I wouldn't accept that.
So the military don't need
have been there for some time now to ensure that the place remains quiet. And if they find out that there is an incident that will ignite the trouble, why won't they move in? Do they need the permission of the police to move in? No.
I see. Okay. So what are the next steps? Will there be an investigation? What
we will organize an emergency reset meeting to the police this morning. And then when we get there, we'll look at the way forward. But as we speak, investigations have started. The regional CID have moved to the scene, and they are working on the crime scene.
Well, Queen Mother of the Alavanyo traditional area, Mamaga Ameto II, has joined us on phone with the town's version of what happened. Good morning, Mamaga. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you too.
First off, did your youth shoot at the military?
Absolutely no. My youth did not shoot at the military. What the commander is saying, let me come back to the commander issue. Regional commander is saying that my people were in the mountains shooting. I don't think commander even know Alavanyo very well. Where the incident is happening, there's no single mountain there. So where at the mountain, before the boys are there shooting, extending fire, before they exchange, there's no mountain there. So that place, commander is even giving false allegations. And the second issue, they are not there for a search of arms. You see, recent ago, about 3 weeks ago, they went there for operation for a week, marijuana, and they arrested some people and took money from them. Instead of them to do the right thing, they took money from them and leave them. So the place open for the police as a migo or go black, so they can go there at any time, do their own thing. Yesterday incident was not a search of a gun or weapon in a town.
Well,
they went to a bush. They went to a bush to arrest the people at the wheat farm. On returning back, then the boys said, no, they cannot be coming here every day arresting us, taking money for us. So do not allow them to take the 2 people out. So the boys take the people from them, and the police back to their station around 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay.
And around 6 p.m., they came to the chief. So there's no darkness, so there's no light before we are going to off the light. So what the commander is saying, he's not saying the right to the public.
So there was no cut in power supply to Alavanyo?
There's no cut, yes.
You had lights last night in the entire community?
No. If you look at the picture of the dead body very well, you know that it's not in the night. It was a daytime, around 6 o'clock. So there's no light on, there's no light off in Alavanyo.
Have you been able to identify these 2 young people? Are they all men? I want to.
Yeah, all men, yes.
Have you been able to identify them?
We identified them.
Who are these men and what do they do?
They are from our town, they are farmers.
They are farmers. Are these the same 2 people you say were picked up from a wee farm?
No.
Okay. So what is the current situation in Alavanyo as we speak?
Oh, we are still in the fear because we don't know what the police might do the second time again. Because we are waiting, the dead bodies are the fraud on the streets. Waiting for that, and now there's no police, single police in the town. So I called them. They said they are afraid to come to the town because they are afraid my boys will attack them.
As we speak now, the bodies are still.
Yes.
Exactly where are they? By the roadside? In the community or by the roadside?
By the roadside.
And there's no single police in the area?
There's no single police in the area now, as now. They are all expanding, saying that my people attack them, so they will not come there. They are just trying to find a fault to polish the issue. They are there on research. They are there on the bush, not in the town to search for any weapon. And more Alavanyo and Kunya, we are not having any grudge again before they come for any search.
Okay, so prior to this incident, has there been any other conflict between the Alavanyos and Nkonyas, for which reason the police would want to search for arms?
No, there is no conflict between us. There is no even inch from between the two of us.
Well, the police story is that they had some intelligence, and so they were coming to search for arms and investigate the whole situation. But we're also told by the commander that the youth masked up against the policemen before the military was called in as reinforcement.
It is not true. As I said, in the afternoon around 2 p.m., the police came in and entered the bush to search for the we and arrested the two guys, which my people took from them, that do not allow them to take it off. That was 2 p.m. If it's true that my people attacked them, why can't they report to the regional commander at that time? And they came with the military, meet with the police, at 6 o'clock to the chief palace. They offered them seats to sit down. They refused to sit down because they have an agenda to play.
Interesting.
They offered them a seat. They refused to sit down because they have agenda. If you don't have agenda, why can't you sit down? You came to the chief palace.
So
you came to the chief palace for what?
So at this moment, what do you think should be done to resolve the situation that you find yourselves in?
The police should come out clearly with their definition of coming to search. They are not coming with for the gun. It's a marijuana. It is for search for marijuana because every time they are there to search for marijuana and arrest the guys, they give them money and they release the guys. So they should not use the gun as a scapegoat for the issue and stop spoiling the name of Alavanyo. Alavanyo, though they have a bad note of police, but we are not bad. They should stop doing that.
Thank you.
The bodies are the fraud. Our fear is that anytime even Alavanyo Nkunya issue happen, they will come for the body and send it to mortuary. Then later on, they dump the body there for us to come and pick and go and bury. But in other situations, it's supposed not to be so. So if they are ready to come and take the body and send it to Pando or whatever they want to say and do their autopsy report and bring the body back to us, fine.
Thank you very much for your time. Mamaga Ameto, the second, is Queen Mother of the Alavanyo traditional area, and she is disputing the account of the police with regards to what led to the killing of some 2 men in the community yesterday.